Previously on that Cthulhu Jawn.
Hey, Ginger.
Got something to celebrate. Finally got a good acting gig. It's called The King in Yellow.
Picked up some really weird books lately. I think reading through them might kind of distract me from all that's going on.
Rutherford Brightly, professor of anthropology at University of Pennsylvania. It says, listen, I have it on good authority that volumes of old books had come in here. I was wondering if I could perhaps purchase them back.
This guy sounds like he likes books.
I'm afraid I could not put a price tag on it at this time.
Sir, you're being unreasonable. Lenny, is it? What do you know about my dad anyway?
Is this like a game or something we're doing here, or?
Alright, why don't you get out of here, you knucklehead.
Hello?
Heather, it's your mom. We need to set up arrangements for Aunt Millie's funeral.
Welcome to that Cthulhu Jawn.
Hello, thanks for joining us for that Cthulhu Jawn episode 18. We are a real play Call of Cthulhu podcast. I am George, your keeper of arcane lore. And with me, as usual, are my friends and investigators, Chad.
Hey guys.
Chuck.
Yes.
And Jenny.
Hello.
Sometimes we do voices, sometimes we don't. All right, so guys, when we left off, it was midday Monday, I believe, and we were with Heather. And she just got a phone call from her mom. A little bit of backstory, Heather, for you and your mom.
Mommy.
You don't have the best relation with your mom. Although your mom was Millie's best friend. She hadn't actually talked to Millie for quite some time leading up to the events of the past 2 weeks that you guys have gone through. You actually couldn't stand your mom because she was like hardcore alcoholic, and you wound up moving out of your house at the age of 18 as soon as you could. You never met your dad. Your dad, as far as you know, was just some sailor that she met at a bar one time when she was like 23. And she hasn't seen him since he left port again.
So it's very surprising that Heather's like borderline alcoholic then.
Exactly.
That has a thing for hanging out with older dudes.
That hangs out with, yeah.
Father figure
She's
types.
deep in the tender game.
Oh, this episode got deep quick.
So Heather, your mom's on the phone with you, and she says, Heather, we got to set up stuff for Millie's funeral. I haven't seen her in a while, but no. She was the last of her line, and they came to me for details as to what to do with her. And I know that, she meant a lot to you too, but I thought maybe I could drop some stuff off with you. I'm going to go through her belongings at her house and some pictures that I have and things, and maybe you could put together like a memory board or something like that.
Yeah, Mom. That sounds great.
Okay, Heather. I guess I'll swing by your place when I can after we clean out some stuff from Millie's. All right. See you then. Bye.
Man,
She doesn't even say love you.
she is ice cold.
I was gonna say love you real quick just because I'm like a pathetic loser. But like,
She is deep
Her
into
name-
those 16-ounce ice cold peels, man.
Is
Yeah.
her name Selma or Patty?
yeah.
That's the inspiration for that one.
Sounds like Mac's mom. Always sunny.
Yeah. That's probably a good example right there. So she hangs up with you there, Heather, and you know that she's going to be by at some point. It's been a while since you talked to your mom. Probably, what are you now, 27? It's been probably about 8 years or so since you talked to your mom.
Damn.
Yeah, you talked to her a little bit after you first moved out, but then lost contact with her, or decided rather to not have contact with her. And she was just more than willing to oblige you.
Hurt my feelings in fake life.
I guess around then is when you lanced on the Millie, I suppose. Started to get closer with Aunt Millie.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yep.
Mom wasn't in the picture. You guys bonded over the disappointment of Mrs. Snakehole.
Fake Mrs. Snake.
Mama Snakehole.
Is she over the house now? Was she like at Millie's house when she called?
You're not sure where she called from? She didn't say? You don't have caller ID or anything.
Yeah.
It's,
I feel like from that personality, I would think she was gonna steal shit.
Probably a crime scene still.
Oh, right.
Yeah, there was like a bunch of corpses,
That's right. That's right. All the dead.
mutilated people.
Yeah.
One woman was cooked a bit, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Goose
Right.
Chopped up and cooked.
Right. The two mystery dead people, and I'm sure there's a heart cut out here or there.
So let's leave Heather's sad-ass story. And...
Yeah, I think I need a second.
It's good. I mean, honestly, I'd like her sunny disposition for how terrible things are.
'Cause she's
So-
smart.
But she is.
That's
She's a
the
smart one.
things.
Or she's just good at hiding her depression.
I feel like it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
You're not drinking a mimosa with no orange juice after you find out your fake mom died for no reason, baby.
I see you're a glass half empty kind of guy there, Chuck.
All right, so let's go to Walter. Where did we leave you off at?
I think I was at work last. I had gone to the bank on my lunch break and retrieved the first of the books, and I had something I was wondering about. Is there a paper shredder in the bookstore anywhere?
In the bookstore, is there a paper shredder? Give me a luck roll on that one. I don't know if they're that common and if they would have one in a bookstore.
Oh, if he does his own bookkeeping and stuff, destroy records, bank statements and stuff.
35 is a good one there. It's past.
All right, yeah, we'll say you have a shredder there for, like Chuck said, bookkeeping reasons, trying to destroy any personal documentation or sensitive documentation.
Yeah, that's good. I had something in mind. I clean out the bin, and I'd like to shred a piece of paper.
You take your paper shredder, position it over the garbage can, and what do you shred?
The list of names from the art gallery.
Oh, okay. Make sure that no one knows that you had that. So you have successfully destroyed the names of the people from the art gallery that were at the auction.
But I'm going to take it one step further. We'll step on out in the alley, out back, set that shit ablaze, and scatter it to the wind.
All right, so you let those ashes fly around with the blowing snow right now.
Oh, it's snowing out? Nice.
It's just a little flurry right now outside.
Well, that's good. Hopefully it'll scatter the ashes far and wide.
And it looks like it does.
Cool. I'll go back in, secure the back door, and make to put those pictures that I had retrieved from Ritz with the rest of the, I guess what would be kind of like a pseudo faux case file that has everything regarding the statue.
Including like the translation of the scroll and all that kind of stuff.
You got it. 2 copies
Alright.
of that, pictures of before and after, and then I guess, I don't know if there was anything else relevant, honestly, but
You basically have a portfolio for chapter 1.
yeah.
After that, just doing your regular job kind of thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I think if it's slow enough, I might kind of reference that codex book and see if there's anything I can pick up on the highlighted areas in the first book.
It's actually pretty busy today.
Oh, well then never mind.
You barely found enough time to do that shredding.
Gotcha.
Everybody needs dictionaries.
Yeah, Guns and Ammo just came in this week. It's the 5th Wednesday. Fifth Monday. Sorry.
Yeah, one should always take time to shred.
Totally.
But
Especially in the
it's a
80s.
Monday. It's a Monday. You're really the only one working today. Theodore and Headley have both kind of taken the day off.
Very wise of them.
It wouldn't be so busy if they were working too, but since you're the only one, your hands are kind of full.
No worries.
All right. And that's going to last until 6 o'clock. For the last 2 hours, Headley comes in.
Okay. Kind of familiarizing myself with that codex book. If the last 2 hours are any slower, maybe kind of peer into that.
All right. Headley comes in and says, Walter, I'm just here to, count out registers, do a quick inventory for the night and lock up. So you can get out of here if you want.
Yeah, sure. I'd say it's been a pretty busy day. You might be counting for a while.
Glad to hear that.
You want me to count the small bills while you take the other ones?
Says, no, I got it all under control here.
He chuckles a little bit and says, yeah, I guess I'll top off the brew here, and pours a little more coffee in his cup. Guess I'll see you around noon tomorrow.
Sure thing, Walter. You take it easy. Have a good night.
You too, and I safely stow my books away. Head on out.
All right. Lenny, you were last punching out at the truck depot, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You had just talked to Jimmy the Skiff a little bit about how Skinny Joey was acting a little funny, maybe.
Not maybe. No, definitely funny. A little, yeah, quite strange. He was pleasant, which was a nice change, but at the same time, he was like interviewing me about his own life. Seemed like he was probing all of the workers here for any information to build his character.
Almost what it sounds like.
Because he was asking me about, like, relationship with his father or weird shit like that.
And he said, Dad.
I don't know. I don't like it. It's weird. I know plastic surgery is getting better. But I think I might still be weirded out, and it kind of just irks me, but, well, it's like hang out in the parking lot and, like, just watch him leave.
Okay, so you decide to hang out in the parking lot for a while after you clock out, I'm assuming, and you just sit in your cab.
Yeah.
All right, sit in the cab of your truck, and you're sitting there and you're waiting, and 8 o'clock rolls around, 9 o'clock rolls around, and you only see one light in the whole place on right now, and that's the light from Skinny Joey's office.
I see. Okay. I'm just gonna go. I gotta get some food, get to sleep.
Of course.
Got work tomorrow.
So you peace out of the truck depot and head on home or head on to a restaurant of some sort?
Probably just swing by whatever's open. I know it's getting late.
Yeah.
Might know something nearby the house. Cheesesteak joint.
Probably have some late night cheesesteak joint that's open. Let's not name names or anything, but...
No, who wants to?
But you find yourself a nice grease shack place that serves up a mean cheesesteak. Grab one. You head home from there?
Yeah. Call it an early night. I'll have work again tomorrow, and it'll be weird again, I'm sure.
Probably. You're going to just turn in for the night after that?
Yeah.
Okay. Walter, you get done your shift. What do you do after that? Do you turn in for the night?
No, I mean, if I'm awake and can get some reading in, I probably would try to get some work done.
What kind of work are you trying to get done here? Doing the deciphering of what may possibly be a code? Are you translating the Latin?
I'm a little less interested in the Latin aspect of it, mainly because of what Professor Brightly had mentioned about knowing all that was contained therein. But the code, however, whatever Raymond Tooley had highlighted, is a bit more interesting. So I think I'm going to start there, but actually, you know what, as I start to do it, I probably come back to that passage that mentions the... was it Aquarian people? No, I'm sorry, the Aquarian meteor shower, pardon me. And I think to give Heather a call and see if she knows anything about upcoming astrological events.
All right, well, let's see what Heather does with the rest of her afternoon. You got off the phone with your mom around like we'll say like 1 in the afternoon or something like that.
Yeah. Did she say, like, when she was coming over?
She just said that she'd be over at some point.
All right, do I have to stay put?
You don't.
I want the stuff, but I also want to go have a drink because my mom's coming over.
Right. So you could probably head out and do that. Your roommate's home right now, so she could let her in.
Oh, okay. I want to ask her about her play because I feel like I've probably been a bad friend roommate. So I talked to her about her play a little bit.
Okay, and she tells you that the director has been being really mean to her and just being completely unreasonable, but, you know, she keeps telling you that she's going to keep trying for this paycheck, but it almost seems like it might not even be worth it.
I want to ask her, like, if she gets any more context to it. Like, is she still just saying random lines? Like, how are they even practicing? Rehearsing?
She says the way they're rehearsing is really weird right now. They're just having people that share scenes out of order, but he's pointing when we're supposed to say the lines that we're supposed to say. It's been very strange, the whole process.
It's so suspect.
She says, yeah, I don't know what his methods are, but, I mean, the guy's supposedly a genius.
It's weird, but I feel like he should just quit if he's being an asshole. Like, it's not worth getting yelled at all the time.
It's a big check, Heather. I mean, it's almost like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity here.
Give it some more time, but if he's an asshole, fuck him.
Says, you know what? I can only take so much. I guess you're right. But for right now, I'll put up with it. But if, he crosses a certain line, I'm not going to take it anymore.
Well, can you do me a favor? I'm going to run out and grab a bottle of wine, and I'll come back. But my mom is coming over to drop something off. So if she is here when I'm gone, which hopefully she comes when I'm not here, can you just let her in?
She says, oh my God, your mom?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh.
She's dropping off some of Millie's stuff. She didn't even say goodbye on the phone.
Yeah, well, from what you told me about your mom, she seems like a real bitch. I mean, I don't want to meet her, but it's better than, I guess, you having to see her.
Yeah, if I have to see her, I need a drink. So, I mean, if she comes in the meantime, just, I guess, let her in. Hopefully she'll just hand you the stuff and leave.
He says, well, hopefully. But yeah, I'll keep an eye out for her.
Thanks, Ginger. To read her name. That's like the one.
You remembered it.
I know, I looked at my scribble.
It's called taking notes.
That's what it's there for.
All right, so you head out to the liquor store, to the wine and spirits store.
Yeah, and go to a further one. Like, not super far, but kind of trying to have her come when I'm not there.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, walk to a further one.
Not your regular one, but...
Yeah, just take my time. Like, if I have to see her, I have to see her, but...
Right. So, you take your sweet time getting to the wine and spirits that's about a mile away from your house. Get yourself a bottle of wine, you start to walk back. By the time you get back, though, Krusty Bottoms, or Ginger, says that your mom hasn't shown up yet. And now it's got to be closer to, like, 2 o'clock, 2:30.
Okay. So just pop that bottle of wine open and just, like, tell her if she needs to go anywhere she can go. I'll just wait.
All right. So you're waiting around and consuming this bottle of wine by yourself.
Yeah.
Give me a Constitution roll.
Yay, rollsies.
She's really good at getting day drunk and adulting.
So, yeah, totally. 56. I have 70.
Okay, so you pass. So you're getting kind of buzzed, but you're not, like, trashed off of this bottle of wine.
Not yet.
Finally.
Not yet, unless you
I
want
know.
to open another one. But you got a good buzz going on.
Give it time.
And then around, we'd say around 7 o'clock, you get a call on the phone, and it is Walter.
Hello.
Heather, how are you? It's Walter.
Oh, hey, Walter. I'm okay. I'm all right. I mean, my mom's coming over because she's buzzed. You said she's buzzed, right?
Yep.
My mom's coming over. I haven't talked to her in 8 years. She's a drunk bitch. But she's dropping off some of Millie's stuff. I mean, whatever she doesn't steal, probably. I mean, but
Oh.
I guess good otherwise.
Oh my, 8 years? That's quite some time to.
The best 8 years of my life.
Wow. Jeez.
Walter's feeling awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't seem that old. I guess this has been a thing since you were a kid. Well, I guess we'll have to drink to family later on.
I already started it.
He chuckles a little bit. He says, "Listen, I know you're into astrology. I wondered if there might be something that's kind of up your alley. You haven't heard of anything. I mean, do you follow meteor showers? Particularly the Aquariid meteor shower?
I mean, I don't like follow meteor showers, but I know about like Aquarius, and I mean, meteor showers were like a sign of really bad things to come in like.
So, Heather, do you have any points into natural world?
I don't think so. No, just 10%.
Do you have any points into occult?
No.
How about history?
Just like put it all. She put it all into fighting.
Everybody does.
Yeah.
I thought I'd be punching people more.
Should put that shit in athletics. You'd be running so much.
She's like charming and punchy. No history either.
No? All right.
she's-
In that case, give me a natural world roll. Try to get under the 10 if you can. Give it a shot.
Come on. No.
No, not even close.
No, 56.
Well, you've heard of, meteor showers, like you said. You know that they've been omens of bad things to come in the past, but beyond that, you're not familiar with any actual, you're more familiar with astrology than you are astronomy, basically.
Okay.
So you don't really know too much about this Aquariid meteor shower.
Damn it. So much research this last week.
Yeah, that's actually why I thought to check in with you. I have a few books that I'm currently researching, and well, I guess it is a bit different than astrology, but I thought it might be up your alley, maybe something you might be interested in. Well, tell you what, if you do happen to come across any information on the Aquariid meteor shower, it might be interesting to go along with some of the other books that I got recently. And then he stops and realizes what he's talking about out loud, and he's like, nerd stuff. And he kind of looks down, a little disappointed in his own little space
I
in the
mean,
world.
I can look up Aquarius. I have so many books on the astrological signs. I'll tell you all about them.
Well, I mean, there could be some loose association. I don't know. Maybe some of your astrology books have, I don't know, any kind of reference. Who knows if it's anything to do with any of the signs?
It'll give me something to keep me busy. So, I'll look into it.
Well, thank you. I'll let you know if I turn up anything interesting in these old dusty books. I mean, that you might find interesting.
Okay, I'll call you if I find anything.
Cool. I guess good luck with your mother.
Ugh.
If you guys need anything, help moving stuff, or I don't know, pictures of anything for the will, or I guess just let me know. I still feel really terrible about everything, so if you ever just want to talk about it or anything, I'm also here for that.
Thanks a lot, Walter. Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. Maybe we can meet for a drink.
Of course, I'd like that. Thanks, Heather.
So you hang up with Walter, and that's around 7 o'clock or so. And you've already finished your bottle of wine. Buzz might even be starting to wear off at this point.
Oh, that's the worst.
But you have another one if you want to open it up.
Yup.
All right. So you crack open another bottle. Give me another Constitution roll. This time, it's going to have to be a hard pass.
Oh my god, it was 1 over a hard pass.
You can spend the luck point if you want to not be totally trashed.
I don't want to be trashed.
All right.
Not spending it.
Well, then, wish granted.
I mean, is that a bad idea? Should I use it? No, I'm not. Whatever.
No, I like it.
You're not drunk, are you?
So you're almost all the way through a bottle of wine. You've just poured the last glass that was left in there out of the bottle. As soon as you put that last drop in there, you hear a knock on the door.
Here we go. Is Krusty Bottom still there?
She is. She's in her room.
What is I think she yells, "Here we fucking go!" to like her.
Jesus Christ, Krusty Bottoms, can you answer the goddamn door?
And then so I answer it.
Oh, wait, sorry, it's for me.
You answer the door. You see your mom there. She's looking more haggard than she was the last time you saw her about 8 years ago. Still looks kind of young for her age of 50, but also looks like she's been smoking since she was 14. Ouch.
Got it.
So her teeth are really yellowed and like almost orangey looking. Her eyes are always very bloodshot because she just drinks so much and she barely keeps hydrated aside from booze. You know that your mom's like one of those alcoholics where it's so bad that if she just stopped drinking altogether, there's a chance she could die.
Okay.
And when you open the door and see her, you just smell tequila and cigarettes on her breath.
Nice.
And she goes, "Hey, Heather."
Hey, Ma.
Got Millie's stuff here. I'm dropping off for you. Do what you want with it, but Millie's funeral's coming up on Sunday. I guess I'll see you there.
And she drops this box of stuff down on the floor. And she looks up at you and goes,
Well, have a good one.
and she starts to walk out the door.
Jesus. I yell to her, like, "What am I doing? I'm making a collage." You don't even say anything?
She turns around, she goes,
Heather, you're being really emotional right now. Listen, Millie meant as much to me as she did to you, okay? But do whatever you want with this crap. I really don't care. Just show up to the funeral, okay?
Alright, whatever, Ma.
All right.
Definitely.
See you on Sunday.
and you slam the door behind her.
Yeah. Absolutely. They're icy veins.
She's probably got peels in her back pocket.
Definitely, she's more of a hard liquor drinker, and tequila's her booze of choice.
Oof.
All right, so that happened around like 9 o'clock at night. Your mom leaves this box of stuff there. All of it's kind of piled together. It doesn't look like any care was put into putting these in order in any sort of way.
Is it just one box?
It's just one box. It's a big box, but it's one box. And as you're going through it, there's some pictures and frames of Millie and your mom. And you see Millie with her parents when they were still alive. Just more pictures of Millie. You get back to older pictures of Millie and your mom when they were younger, closer to like your age.
Aw.
And they're both
young Millie.
And they both look pretty happy in the picture together that you're looking at now. And as you go through these pictures, you notice kind of a pattern of the younger version of your mom just looking more happy. And Millie, looking happy with her all the time, but always looking like she's kind of shying away from the camera too. You start going through these, and you come across a picture of your mom and a guy in a naval uniform.
Daddy.
Papa.
You've never seen this picture before.
Damn, that's like jackpot shit right there.
No, but you see this picture, and give me spot hidden roll.
Alright. That's a good one. Okay, I got 29. And my spot hidden is 58.
Oh wow! So that's definitely a pass.
It's right on the hard pass threshold.
Make
right?
sure you check off the box.
Again, I have it. I passed one other time.
Oh well, since we leveled up, you have to erase all those check marks.
Oh.
Yep. Oh yeah, all the old ones.
Yeah, erase all the old check marks. Just
I'm
make sure
good.
you have the check next to. Yeah, just make sure you still got that check next to spot hidden.
Yeah.
And you notice in the picture, your dad has a chain around his neck, and it's got some weird emblem or something on it that you can't quite make out in the picture. It's a little too fuzzy.
Okay. If only I could just zoom in with my 2 fingers, like just
Yeah.
in, just.
So as you continue to go through the box, you start to see more pictures of you and Millie together. When you were 18, just moving to Philadelphia, Millie, helped you kind of get on your feet to start there. And there's pictures of, like you guys painting your apartment, like when you've like first moved in, like painting it all white.
She's definitely wine crying at this point. I mean,
Yeah, I would think so.
full-on wine cry.
I would think so. It's probably sad. And just, kind of sloppy crying, like snot coming out.
It's not
Yeah.
nice. Like red teeth, crying, but like
Yeah.
from the wine and just like noise, like making noise. It's not just the tears.
It's not bubble pop.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Ugly crier.
But as you go through these more, you do find one thing at the bottom of the box here. You find what looks like a small medallion
Daddy.
at the bottom of the box. And the medallion has some strange geometrical pattern on it. Can't quite identify as the metal. Looks like it could be gold. Looks like it could be silver too. Like maybe it's a combination of the two of them or something.
Weird.
But when you touch it, it feels very cold to the touch. Which, I mean, your mom just brought it in from outside. But even as you hold it in your hand, it doesn't feel like it gets warmer. It just feels cold all the time. It's a strange sensation. Maybe it has something to do with just the metal.
Maybe. My hot, drunk hands, too. Should be heating that up way quicker.
You go back and you look at the picture of Millie and your mom and the guy in the Navy uniform. And you see, it's hard to tell, but it looks like it could match up to it. It's about the same size, you can guess. But you can't tell the patterns that are on it in the picture.
I feel like she's still already convinced. Like, this is my daddy's necklace. Because of the wine.
I get it.
Not. I feel like she's not a crier in real life.
She's just in that wine state of mind. So Heather, I'm going to say that after you going through this box and you sort out some pictures, pull this, that, the other thing out, but after a while, you just kind of fall asleep drunk on the couch.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds right.
Yeah, you failed that Constitution roll. I mean, even if you could have passed it, but you still decided to fail it. But that's okay. You just pass out drunk on the couch, and you'll be out for the rest of the night. Let's go back to Lenny. Are you done for the night, Lenny?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much just went in, kicked my boots off, probably fell asleep in the recliner. I gotta get up early, man. I got much time left. I stayed in the parking lot too late, being a creep.
Just sitting
That's
in a
right.
parking lot.
So, what time are you going to get to work tomorrow? We'll say this is good. We're going to say this is the end of Monday, and it's the beginning of Tuesday. What time are you trying to get to work?
I'm gonna go in a little early. Just see whose cars are there and see if Skinny Joey's car is still there. Do I know what he drives?
Oh yeah, you know what he drives? Firebird. T-tops.
Nice. Do I recall seeing it there in the parking lot when I was waiting late yesterday?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So I'm gonna go a little early, try to beat most of the crowd and see if his car is still there. I mean, it doesn't tell me if he was there all night, but
Right. So, but you get there and the car is still there. Again, you do see the light up in Skinny Joey's office still lit, but you get there super early before the sun comes up. But you can still see the light in his office.
It's also winter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. After confirming that, I'm gonna go out and get some coffee and a sandwich. Head back to work.
All right. So you go out, get yourself a little breakfast, little Dunkin' Donuts.
Maybe, maybe I'll get some donuts for the boss, huh?
All right. So you get yourself a dozen donuts or half dozen for Skinny Joey.
Uh-huh.
And bring it back to the depot. Do you go head up to his office with it, or do you pass them out to some of the other guys?
Yeah, I hand a few out here and there. Head up to the office, though.
All right. Save the good ones for Skinny Joey, the jelly ones or whatever.
Oh, the
Oh,
gross
probably.
ones.
Gross, yeah.
Grossest
I bet he probably
ones.
loves them. If it's 85, they only had like
French
there was jelly
cooler is number
and
one.
regular.
So, Lenny, you take up some of the donuts. I mean, you know the jelly ones are Skinny Joey's
I
favorite.
save him two.
So
yeah.
you save him
Bring
two of
them on
those.
up.
And you head up to his office. And do you knock on his door?
I should have got ones I knew he didn't like. That would have been a better test. Yeah, knock.
Laura's not there yet. His secretary, Laura, is not there yet.
Oh. Well, there were other people around. I saw other people, right? So I'm safe. He tries to like mesmerize me. All right, knock on the door.
All right.
If there's a cocoon in there, I'll be so upset.
And you knocked on the door. And you hear someone go, yeah, 1 minute.
Kick the door.
And you hear some shuffling around.
Is it like a crack? Can I see through it at all?
Nope.
Like, no. All right. I'll open the door.
You crack that door open, and you see Skinny Joey behind his desk again. He's got his feet up on the desk right now, looking pretty nonchalant, and says, "Oh, hey, what can I help you with?"
Oh yeah, I just see you've been working a lot, so I stopped to grab all the guys some donuts and got you some too here. Put them down on the desk. Say, well, I gotta get to work, so
He says to you, "Just 1 minute. Close the door behind you."
Yeah, all right, yeah. Walk back over to the door and close it.
And Skinny Joey takes his feet off the desk, and he grabs one of the donuts, and he takes a bite out of it, and he says, he motions for you to have the other one.
Oh, I probably have mine in my hand still, or whatever I had for myself, So I have some of that one.
So he says to you, so what was it? Was Lenny, right?
Yeah.
Says Lenny.
Leonard. Yeah, Lenny.
He says, Lenny, hey, where you headed today? Where your delivery's taking you?
I never even stopped and grabbed my itinerary yet.
Oh, that's okay. You probably have your routes that you stick to for the most part, right?
A lot of times, yeah, there's a lot of usual, regular ones.
Says, yeah. Any routes that maybe my dad has told you to take by yourself? Any routes that just, my dad had asked you to take before? Personally,
No,
I'm saying.
I mean, nothing out of the ordinary, just come in, make my deliveries on the list and clock out, I guess I'm friendly-ish with everyone around here, but I don't usually do a lot of private requests. Not usually.
So you're telling me that if my dad were to, say, give you something to deliver, anything, you wouldn't normally take that, or you would take that
I mean, I could
in
say
addition
no
to your
the
other
boss.
things?
Sure, I
Right.
guess, but I don't usually see him too much, me being the low man on the totem pole here,
Says, yeah, he is the boss, isn't he?
That's right, yeah, He's a big man there.
He says, what else do you know about the boss? Give me a power roll.
Oh, no.
I like that.
Magic.
Awesome.
I do not like that he keeps saying dad.
I do not like that.
Oh man,
30 power.
you about to spill the beans, homie.
88 ain't gonna do it.
Woo.
Well, that's okay, because looks like nothing happens to you anyway. He gives you kind of a weird look, and then backs off for a second.
I kind of scratch my head and I say, I don't really know your dad too well at all. He just pays the bills. Like I said, I just do my deliveries. A regular Joe. Nobody special.
He gets up from his desk and walks around to your side. And he says, yeah, just a regular Joe. And he puts a hand on your shoulder. One more power roll.
Oh shit.
It's freaking me
You gotta
out.
pass this one. You gotta warm them dice up, man.
It's like a robot. I don't like this.
Talk to him. Whisper sweet nothings. What do you gotta do?
Oh man, it's a 39 out of 30. I can't spend luck on power, right?
Yeah, you can spend luck on it.
It's kind of the thing I want to pass, right?
Probably.
He has a hard pass.
Oh.
Oh, I can't.
Okay.
9 points was enough, but,
Okay.
well, so,
It is an opposed power roll.
So what happened? What did he do?
Well, he puts his hand on your shoulder, and you kind of freeze up for a second there, and he leans over into your ear and says, do me a favor. Forget about everything we talked about today and yesterday. And suddenly, next thing you know, you're out front of his office, doors closed behind you, and you have no donuts in your hand.
Shrug my shoulders.
What?
Kind of a little disoriented. Walk back to my truck or pick up my itinerary on the way. Why can't I? The hell just happened? So, do I forget that he's a pod person now? Or I forget that I'm suspicious of him? Do I forget like the interview and all that shit?
You forget the interview. You forget even seeing him for the past 2 days.
You got Men in Black?
You don't recall seeing him.
Yeah, weird. I guess he's not around. Car's out there, right? I saw the car. I remember that.
Car's definitely out there. Lights on in his office.
Well, just go to work.
All right. So you take your itinerary down, start your day, start loading up your first, or getting hitched up to your first trailer. That's how your day starts off. A little strange.
Man, Skinny Joey just got so cool.
I know.
And well, let's check in and see what Walter's doing for the morning.
Well, it's probably another 12 to 8, so, usual morning routine, I guess. Did I get anywhere last night with my readings and, I guess, cross-referencing and stuff like that?
Tell you what, give me an intelligence roll. Let me know how well you pass.
I better warm these up. This seems like an important one. 78 is 13 points higher than what I have.
Okay. So you've been more or less just trying to recognize patterns that are popping up. Not having the easiest time doing it, though.
Well, this Raymond Tooley guy was, I don't know, pretty impressive code stuff, or I don't know what he's working on here, but I like it. And, that kind of gives me a secondary idea. I'm going to try to get to the Center City branch of the library and check the recent obituaries for Raymond Tooley's, passing. See if I can find any information on him.
All right. Is this before you head to work you want to do this?
Yeah.
So you head into the library when they open bright and early. They open, I believe, at 8. That being said, you can get there as early as 8 if you'd like.
No, I'd probably be at least like 9.
Okay. You let them have some time to kind of get settled in before you show up. And When you get there, you start going through some stuff, obituaries and whatnot. Give me a library use roll.
Holy 94 ain't gonna do it.
Ooh, that's bad. So you spend a little while kind of looking around, not having the best time finding things in these periodicals and all that. Even though you suspect it might be somewhat more recent. If you want to push the roll, you can always get a librarian to help you.
Yeah, I might have to look into that. I think that'd probably be the wisest approach here. Oh, still ain't gonna do it though.
Nope. All right. So you ask for some help from periodicals, and they say, well, as far as obituaries go, we don't have them all in one thing. You're gonna have to go through day by day by day to find it. So they weren't really able to help you out too much. Do you start just pouring through them?
Well, maybe a secondary thought. Do we get the daily papers or one of some variety at that time sent to the bookstore? Might we have any old newspapers from recent weeks?
It might be worth checking out, but usually they don't keep newspapers around.
Okay, just in case. Well, I mean, I don't know. I guess microfilm would be too early at this point, I would think. He probably hasn't been dead that long. But just on a whim, maybe I'm wrong. Could I go back like another month and check some older papers they have or something? Oh, or actually, wait. I guess depending on how long I've been here so far and all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to say you failed your pushed roll, and you spend the rest of your time there trying to find articles related to Thule. You don't find anything. Next thing you know, it's creeping up on 12 o'clock. You got to get to work.
Yeah, all right then. I'm going to have to bounce.
All right. So you leave the public library, head to work. You get there little like 5 minutes late, but it's nothing that, Hedley or Theodore is going to care about.
Cool.
Let's see how your day is going. It's a Tuesday. Theodore's there with you. So it's just the two of you guys. And it really is enough work for one person today, it seems like. You don't probably even really need to be there, but it means you're going to have a lot of downtime today.
Well, that could be good. We got any books on astronomy here? Maybe I can look up something about the Aquariid meteor shower in the mean.
Sure, there are books on astronomy there. As far as finding the Aquariid, finding one that has the Aquariid in there or mentions it or explains any sort of significance to it, I guess I'm going to have to ask for another library roll.
Alright. I keep doing it, I'm bound to pass it.
Yeah, you got it eventually, right?
Oh, come on. Same exact things. I should have shut up.
Love books so much you don't even know how to use a library.
Theodore, I could have sworn we had some astronomy books around here. Did we move anything recently? Kind of shouts loudly across the rows.
Theodore says, astronomy is now over in aisle E. So you're going to have to go over there. So he directs you back for astronomy.
Yeah.
Is that a push?
That would be a pushed roll.
Would it be an assist? Or no, is there I don't know if there's advantages, but...
No, I just need a pass.
Tell me, go get that shit for you.
That's the one right there. 40 points will do it.
All right, you do manage to find something. It does mention the Aquariid meteor shower in it.
Aha, right where you said. Is there anybody else in the store at the moment?
There's a couple people browsing, but no one seems to actually be bringing anything to the register at the moment.
Maybe he wouldn't be shouting as loud, that's all.
Or if he did, he kind of just looked around and oops.
Huzzah!
Not a library, it's a bookstore. You can celebrate in a bookstore.
I feel like Walter would get real hype about finding a book. Huzzah! Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. My apologies.
Pardon me, madam. Were you reading?
Your dictionary.
I see you've got the latest edition
Yeah.
of Guns and Ammo.
And
And is that Ladder Monthly I see behind it?
So, about the Aquariid meteor shower. In this year, in 1985, the Aquariid meteor shower will be active from about April 19th through May the 28th.
Interesting. That's quite the hell of a meteor shower there. Is this something that happens, like every X amount of years or something like that?
The Aquariid meteor shower happens every year.
Interesting. That's good to know. Something else comes to mind. Headley was here, and I showed him the books, but I did not check in with Theodore about them.
Oh, the old encyclopedias.
Yeah.
All right, so do you want to show them to Theodore?
Well, I only have the one, but if it is slow enough, I might be interested in checking in with him for sure, yeah.
So you give them to Theodore. He's like, yeah, Headley told me about these books that you got. They're really cool. When did you say they were from? And he's kind of flipping through them.
The best reference I have is 1624, one of the oldest books I've had the pleasure to thumb through.
He goes, wow.
Alert.
like that.
Headley and I were looking through it, and we noticed all these highlighted sections, and I've been trying to reference this code book here, picking up on any clues and things like that. I don't suppose you're, of any mind to recognize patterns or things of that nature by chance?
He says, yeah, actually, I do like puzzles and things. I've even gotten really into this Japanese puzzle called Sudoku.
How do you play it?
Well, it's these boxes, and you have to fit all of the numbers into one box, but they can't repeat inside the box or in lines that match up.
Well, that sounds like something he'd be interested in. Sounds intellectual and stimulating. Kind of nods and smiles at that. Sounds like something worth keeping an eye out for.
Says, I think it might become a big thing one day. And I'm going to give him a quick intelligence roll here.
See if he invests in Sudoku stock.
Yeah, right. Yeah, put money in that.
So he says to you, wow, these are definitely... He starts flipping back and forth between the pages. And he says, hold on a second. And he takes out a calculator. And he starts writing down things. And he says, look, it almost looks like these are instructions to draw lines of some sort. And he starts pointing it out to you. He says, see, if you look here, and he starts pointing out, like, if these letters were instead converted to numbers, if you just do a simple, A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, we can tell that these can equal degrees in relation to, and then he starts flipping over these ones, and he says to you that it looks like they're drawing a diagram or something like that.
He takes out his book and he writes down the key that he just mentioned. A to 1, B to 2, whatever kind of thing.
Get a bunch of yarn and thumbtacks.
Says, well, that could be interesting. So you think they might be like angles, perhaps, or?
That's kind of what it looks like.
Jeez. There's supposed to be 80 of these. I wonder if they all had this marking, or these kind of markings and references. That's pretty strange.
He says, yeah, it's a real head scratcher.
I've only got 14 of these books, but maybe if I find more of these similar patterns and everything matches up with this key here, maybe a bigger piece of the puzzle will become clear. Geez, thanks, Theodore. That was really impressive. He kind of stands up straight. And
He says, yeah, Walter, I kind of impressed myself on that one, actually.
says, boy, I'll have to get you a cappuccino or something next time I stop by a fancy new cafe on the corner.
Says, yeah, well, I like the Italians' coffee style, so definitely. If you think you owe me something, get me one of those.
Will do.
And he goes off, and there's someone at the register, and he goes, oh, Walter, I'm going to go man the register real quick. You can
course.
Do whatever. You could keep working on those codes if you want. We're not that busy today.
You got one hell of a foot in the door here. I think I'm going to sit down and pore over this book a little bit more thoroughly. Thanks again. And he kind of scurries off to the back.
All right. So you scurry off to the back, and using some of the information that Theodore revealed, it kind of gives you a new way to look at these books. And using that, you can use the rest of your day trying to figure out what these lines and angles and things mean. So that'll take you through to closing time around 8. Unless there's anything else you want to do throughout the day.
To be honest with you, with that kind of revelation there, he'd probably be so kind of enthusiastic about pouring through those books that he probably would have forgotten about any other plans he had for the day.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Gotcha.
8 o'clock already? Kind of looks around. Shit.
All right. And Heather, you wake up on your couch, very hungover feeling. Your teeth and tongue still stained red. And they got a fuzzy coat on the tongue.
Yeah.
Really nasty feeling.
She probably smoked like her 2 secret cigarettes, even though she doesn't smoke. Her mouth tastes like a cat pooped in it.
So you wake up and you kind of roll off the couch, and you still see that these things are kind of laid about. You remember your mom saying something about you doing a memory board or something like that. So probably head out to, if you want to do that, I would say you can probably head out.
Thinking that too. Go to I don't know, a craft store or something to get poster board, a glue stick, some glitter, because.
Yeah. Pearl Art on South Street.
Okay, she'll go there. It's close enough.
Mm-hmm. So you head up the art store, find yourself some good poster board to start tacking things up to. Head on home with that. Begin to pour through these pictures and kind of bubbling up emotions inside you at the same time. But you start sticking them up there, and then your phone rings. Do you answer it, or do you let it go to voicemail? Or not voicemail, answering machine.
Yeah, I answer. Hello?
Hi, Miss Snakehole. This is Detective Thompson again.
Oh, God.
I'm really sorry to bother you in this time of what must be great grief for you. But there has been absolutely zero leads as to what could have happened to your aunt. And we are starting to think that this may have something to do with the statue that you mentioned before. So if you have any clue to where the statue could have ended up, please give me a call back at some point. I won't bother you with anything else today, okay? Please return to your grieving, and my condolences, seriously.
So you want me to find the statue? Like I wanted you to find the statue when it was missing?
Said we didn't think it had anything to do with it at the time, Miss Snakehole, and I do apologize for that, but the more we look into it, the more suspicion is aroused around the statue. So again, I'm sorry to bother you, but if anything does pop up, please let me know. There could be some dangerous people involved looking for the statue.
Okay, I'll probably take his number down again. Just because.
All right. And he gives it to you. And then hangs up.
I think it's on a one-way trip to Russia.
Anything else you want to do today, Heather?
Well, I'm gonna look through my astrology books, which aren't necessarily about meteor showers, but there's constellations in there and stuff. But I want to call Lenny and be like, why is this fucking guy keep calling me? Just because I'm annoyed, and you guys both know him, so I want to be like, can't believe Thompson keeps calling me. I'm the detective.
Actually, give Lenny a call?
Yeah, I know. What time is it? Isn't he working?
Yeah, he's working right now. Let's get back to him, actually.
Okay.
Let me finish out your first round of deliveries. All right, and you come back, and we're going to say when you come back, it is going to be about lunchtime.
I parked closer to Skinny Joey's car.
Okay. All right,
Kinda walk.
just the cab after you've released the
Yeah.
trailer, right? Yeah. All right. Let's park a little closer to Skinny Joey's car, which, as far as you know, hasn't moved since yesterday, at least.
Post up there and eat my sandwich or whatever on my break. But I want to. Does this car look like it's been sitting there for a few days? Like, is it starting to get dusty, or is it starting to get, icy, like on the windows, or does it look like it hasn't been driven?
It looks like it hasn't been driven. It still has like a layer of like ice and snow on the top of it from the flurries that they were having yesterday.
When I get up to go back inside, I guess to find my other deliveries or maybe to hit the bathroom, I want to walk past this car and just kind of like, look over what might be within visible sight on the seats or in the cup holders or anything like that, and just, I don't know, because I might not remember the meeting. I think it's weird that he didn't call me up. He called everyone else up, but everyone said he was asking weird questions, and his car's been sitting here a few days. I should probably sit here and stake it out for a night and see if he leaves.
It's your jam.
But I'll do that
You do
later.
love staking it out.
Well, I don't remember doing it now, I think, right? Or did I do it?
You don't remember him asking you any weird questions before.
No, I don't remember the meeting.
You do know that the car hasn't left in a while though.
I remember going to the office with donuts, and then I remember being outside the office without donuts. And
Yeah.
there was donuts on my face. It's weird. I might be turning into like a Wendigo.
It's a character detail that Lenny doesn't know how to like eat food.
Right.
So I just kind of walk past his car and look around, see if there's any receipts or any paperwork or business cards or anything that might suggest where he might have been, because I do recall he was missing, and I'm curious because I do know he's acting weird. Besides, I want to get on his dad's good side.
Right. But you don't see anything in the car. It looks like it's been cleaned recently, actually. A little too clean.
Alright, let's keep on walking by and go back to, do whatever I gotta do.
Okay. So you finish up your sandwich, head back out on the road.
Do I have one of those, open the door, Jimmy's?
The Jimmy's? Yeah. Yeah, I'll say
I
you
have one?
have that in your toolkit.
Okay, I'm just curious. Maybe later.
Okay.
Just take a look if I have to, but go on.
All right. So, you say you finish out your deliveries for the day and head home after that?
No. I'm gonna go grab some food and some coffee,
Okay.
and come back and kind of hang out in the parking lot a little further away, stake out his car for a little bit. Wait till it gets dark.
All right. So, wait till it gets dark, and eventually you see the light go off in Skinny Joey's office.
Oh no. I'm glad I was a little further away. Alright, I just sit and watch.
So you
What
sit
time is that?
for a little bit. It's approaching 9 o'clock right now.
Okay.
And you see a figure come out of the building, and they are just bundled up. It looks like they're wearing like 3 jackets or something like that. Like parka hood, maybe like 2 parka hoods on,
Joey 3 jackets.
and walks over to Skinny Joey's car. You see him open the door, get in, car starts.
Does it look like he's like familiar with his own keys?
That's tough to tell. That's tough to tell from where you're at. You're not parked too close after all.
That's true. Alright, so he gets in and he leaves, huh?
He gets in his car and he leaves.
Alright, if he turns toward me, I'll slink down. I don't want to get seen.
No, he doesn't seem like he is suspicious or anything. He just gets in his car and goes.
Alright, maybe he doesn't stay all night, maybe he's just overworked, a little stressed. Maybe he's decided to be happy and nice.
Yeah, maybe.
He doesn't seem to know anything about himself or his dad though. And now it seems like he's like a spy. He's like working against his dad, he's trying to dig up dirt on him. I don't know. I don't remember that anyway.
No.
Alright, well I wait till he leaves and then I'll leave as well.
Okay.
Maybe a block or 2 behind, Follow.
Oh, you're following him.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Try to stay out of sight.
So you follow Skinny Joey, and I mean, you're following him in a cab.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if he goes down any, like, desolate, completely empty roads, it'll be super obvious, but I won't follow him down those.
So you do follow him, and it looks like he's about ready to hit a place where the bridge clearance is a little lower than where you can drive under.
Okay.
As he's going down the street.
Which direction is he headed? Where's he at? Where's he going?
So I'm gonna say he's around like Cowell Hill area. You know those short tunnels that they have there that say no trucks.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So he's driving through one of those.
All right. I mean, even if we were going down that street, I would know that. I would pretty much know that was coming up.
Oh yeah, you would know it's coming up. You're not gonna get stuck or anything.
And from 2 blocks away, if I see him going straight, I would just turn off and head home.
Okay. So you do wind up going home. We'll say you get home around 10, 9:30. I mean, you tailed him for a little bit, but you head right back to South Philly. We'll say you get home around 9:30. No, we weren't there. You weren't following for long. So you get home around 9:30, and just wash up for the day, go to bed.
Pretty much, yeah. I gotta get some sleep. Back at it early tomorrow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dial it back a little bit. Maybe I'm just being paranoid and weird because of whatever happened last week.
The monster murders.
Yeah, the monster murders. Let's call it what it was.
I think I might have made a lot of that up after the death of my friend at my own hands. There's a lot of stress. Just gotta go home, forget about it all, go back to normal. Oh, but I do still want to carry my shotgun closer to hand with that rope tied around my shoulder under my jacket.
Still carrying that piece.
Well, if I know I'm going to walk around at all, get out of the vehicle, it's coming with me. Maybe not to work, but it's in the cab, always at work.
All right. All right.
I kind of want to do something different anyway.
Okay. What do you want to do, Heather?
I want to go to like a pawn shop or like a jewelry store, whatever's closer with that necklace. I want to see like what it's made out of or if it's old.
Mm-hmm.
Partially like, well, is this worth a ton of money? Because like only if it's worth a ton, I'll pawn it. But
right.
If not, I want to see like why is it gold? Why is it and silver? Like what is it?
We know how well that works out for family members of the Mildred clan.
Oh shit!
I'm sorry, of the Feebly clan. Sorry.
So you take this medallion down to a pawn shop, and the guy behind the counter at the pawn shop looks up and sees and says, "Yeah, what can I help you with?"
Hey, I was just here. I was just wanted to see about this necklace, this charm, and see like, I don't know. It's just like interesting what it's made out of and.
Okay, so you slide it across the table to him. He breaks out a loop, puts it over his eye, starts looking at it. And he goes, "Where'd you get this from?"
It's my aunt's, but she passed away, and it was given to me.
He goes, "Huh? Okay. Well, it's something you inherited. It's pretty, but that's a weird pattern on it. Any idea what that's about?"
No, I don't know, but I was hoping that you would know what it was or what it's made out of. Or
well, as far as what it's made out of, it looks like it could be an alloy of maybe silver and gold. Let me go check it real quick with the acids. So he goes in the back for a couple minutes. You're just kind of sitting there waiting around. There's some other people in the pawn shop looking at certain things. Some guy comes in, kind of like scratching his face and has a bunch of like ladies' jewelry in a box with him, standing behind you in line. And the pawn shop guy comes back out and he goes, listen, honestly, I don't know what to give you for this. It doesn't react to anything that gold reacts to. It doesn't react to anything silver reacts to. I don't know what it's made out of, so I can't give you a fair price on it. It's an interesting piece, but other than that, I can't tell you anything about it.
Okay, thanks for your help.
He says, yeah, no problem. All right, so you leave there.
I want to go to Walter then.
You want to go to Walter's house?
Walter, if he's at work, like if it's still the timing of when he would be at work.
I see. Okay. So, Walter, a little bit. Are you down for a little bit of back play there?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, good. So while you were working still, you get a call on the phone at the bookshop. Are you calling or are you just stopping in?
No, I'd call to see if he's there, because I also want to take the picture and see if he has like some kind of like spectacles that he could see if it is the same as in the picture.
I like where you're going with that.
All right. All right, so you call up the bookshop. You hear a man answer, says, hello, this is Joe Clock's bookshop. This is Theodore speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, Theodore. I was just wondering if Walter was working today.
Yeah, Walter's in today. He's in the back in his little study area.
Would it be a problem if I could talk to him?
Oh, yeah, no problem, no problem. Walter, do you have a phone in your little back study room?
I kind of thought I did.
I thought you did too. So he says, yeah, hold on, let me transfer you. So you hear a click, and Walter, you hear a ring.
Picks it up excitedly. Hello?
Walter?
Yes.
It's Heather.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I was... a weird question. Do you have time to look at a necklace for me? There was a necklace in Millie's stuff, and I don't know, it's like really interesting. I took it to a pawn shop. They don't know what it is. Like, I'm curious if it's worth money, but more than that, there's a picture of a guy with Millie and my mom, who, like, maybe he's my dad. I don't know. Like, I never met him, but he's also wearing a necklace, and I want to see if it's the same, like, if this is my dad's necklace.
Yeah, that sounds quite intriguing, actually. I have, a loop for looking at photographs here, and I'd be happy to take a look at the piece itself.
Is it okay? Like, are you busy? Can I come down there now?
Yeah, I mean, I'm usually here till 8 on the weekdays. It's been somewhat slow today, hence why I'm in the back of the store. But, yeah, I mean, we'd love to see you here at Joe Clock's.
Great. Oh my god. Okay, I'll be there. I'm just gonna call a cab, and I'll be there.
All right. Well, I look forward to seeing you then.
All right, so you call a cab, and in a half hour, you're at Joe Clock's bookshop. And Walter, she shows you the picture with the guy in the naval uniform, and she shows you the little pendant that she has.
Before I get to the pendant, I'd probably take a look at the picture. How sharp is it? Is it something that was taken with a nice high quality camera, or is it just like a 35 millimeter, or what do we got here?
It looks like it's a 35 millimeter.
Okay.
But a good quality picture.
Well, that's good. If it looks like a loop would help to get a closer look at that necklace, I might start there and see if there's anything to compare.
Okay, so you'd use that loop to take a look at the necklace, and you're comparing it to the emblem that you have there. And there are definite lines that look like they match up, those weird geometric shapes. You can't quite make out every line, but it looks like it matches up pretty good to the picture of the guy in the naval uniform. And we're going to end our episode there.
Daddy!
Geometry. Hey, he's got like books around him, and then you're bringing him antiques. He's gonna bust.
No.
Nerdgasm.
Walter's he was all excited answering the phone. He's just happier than a pig in shit. Happier than Walter in books.
Yeah, it's been the first good day in a week and a half or two. Learning all kinds of cool code stuff in a book from 1624. And
Yep. All right, guys, just remember, until next time, sanity is overrated.
Bye!
Heather bringing in rare medallions.
Didn't even think of it until I went to the pawn shop. I'm like, wait, I'm like, Walter, what the hell am I doing at this freaking creep show? This guy, crackhead behind me, just freaking gonna rob me.
Hey, you want to buy some jewelry? I got a whole box here.
Give me your
Real cheap.
fingernails.
Hey, this is George. If you're enjoying what you're hearing, remember to like, subscribe, leave a comment. We are also a podcast that you can check out wherever you listen. We are on TikTok and Instagram at That Cthulhu Jawn, and you can email us with any questions or comments at thatcthulhujawn@gmail.com.